Hey friends, welcome back to our content creation challenge. I am Elena Mutunono. I help online language teachers and coaches build their businesses in a sustainable, smart way so that they bring you joy and freedom. I am happy to remind you that the community that I started 5 years ago that changed the lives of so many online language teachers and coaches, that changed the way they run their businesses, they teach languages, that impact the people they're working with, is now open for enrollment. You can join to get lifetime access to all the benefits, which include monthly group coaching sessions with me. I hope that you will take this opportunity to not only learn, but also connect with me and others in the community and build something that you will be excited to share with others. Build a business that you truly want and make it a priority in your life. There will be more information in the description, the link that you can click and go sign up. And I am so happy if you sign up in the first week. There's lots of amazing bonuses, and an extra bonus is a group coaching session with me in the first week for the very first people that will join on week one of our enrollment. So I hope that you take advantage of that, and it will be a great time. So I am looking forward to meeting you in real time almost. And now we're getting back to the content creation challenge. And today's topic is really important. This is something I hear from teachers a lot when they say, well, I can't create content because I don't have the time. And the thing is, in order to have the time for anything, and particularly for creating content and impacting and serving the people that are out there that you want to bring into your communities or into your courses, or that you want to build relationships with and really impact, in order to have the time to do that, we need to make the time to do that. You change the way you teach smarter, so it takes less of your time and empowers people to do their own work and take ownership of their own results. But you also change the way you relate to time. Your own relationship with time needs to be changed. And one of the big mindset shifts is making the time for doing this work. You can't just sit there and not change anything and say, well, I'm just waiting for this magic opportunity when the time appears in my schedule and my schedule tells me now you can go ahead and create content. We cannot do that. Likewise, we cannot believe this lie that we are taught from social media that by some magic we will be able to do everything, and we won't need to give up anything in order to achieve our dreams. If your dream is to build and grow a business, there are certain things that you now are doing that can go. You can forfeit them for the sake of your dream. You can say to yourself, I am going to take care of this right now, and then my business in the future will take care of me. And that is how you shift your mindset and shift your priorities and give yourself permission to make the time for the things that are important for your business. And content creation is super important for your business, because this is the way you're going to impact the people around you. And this is the way you're going to spread the message about the work that you do, that you're qualified, that you're experienced, that you are willing to help people achieve their goals. And if the people are willing to work with you, what are you willing to give up right now to show up for the people, creating and posting content consistently? And so today, I would like for us to do something that we did last month. It's going to be different, of course. We are going to create permission slips for ourselves, 2 permission slips that really help me create content consistently and on a regular basis. And you will need some paper, and I'm going to use watercolors. And we will create 2 permission slips that will remind us of the importance of making the time. So time does not magically appear on your schedule, and your calendar does not tell you, okay, now is the time to work on your business. Now is the time to post your content. It doesn't happen that way. We are the ones responsible for making the time. And so the first permission slip that I want to work on, it's called Permission to Make Time for What is Important to Me. And so what I will do is I will draw a dial, like the clock. And here it's going to be 3, but we won't see this. Okay. And I am going to just draw my face. Okay. And I am going to draw the calendar that will show to me that I am responsible for making the time for what's important to me. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to first color this. So there is, in one of the books I read by Delia Ephron, she is the sister of Nora Ephron, and she co-wrote many of their screenplays, including the very well known to all of us the movie about, well, she did a number of them, like Sleepless in Seattle and others, but Shop Around the Corner, or You've Got Mail, as they called the movie, with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, was actually written by Nora Ephron and her sister, Delia Ephron. And her sister, she wrote in one of her memoirs that the notion of you can do it all is mathematical impossibility. You can never do it all. You need to prioritize and focus on the things that are important to you. And you can always do, and you always do. We all do that. We do things that are important to us. And so she said, I liked how she talked about that in her book, that it's mathematical impossibility to try and do everything at once. And so our goal then is to figure out what is truly important and what do we want to do, and what do we want to give our focus and attention to. And I think it only makes sense that we give our focus and attention to things that matter and things that are our dreams. And because we want our dreams to come true, we're going to give them full attention and as much investment as we can, time and money as well. And when I think about that, it makes it easier for me to say, okay, I don't really need to scroll, or I can forego Netflix for a while because my goal right now is to take care of my business so that it will take care of me. And when you choose what you're going to let go of, it's so empowering because then you are able to make decisions that truly benefit your business or your life for that matter. You are able to make those decisions and not feel bad about that because okay, I'm going to forgo Netflix, or I'm going to cut down on the time I'm spending on social media for the sake of something that truly is important to me. Okay, so that's the first concept of where do you get the time to create your content? You make the time. You make the time. And there you have your permission. And while it's drying up, I am going to create another permission slip here that I have permission to find ways to work less. And in the past, I used to really feel guilty about working less because the way I was conditioned is, people that work less are people that are lazy. And when you have that conditioning, it's so hard. Your whole identity is wrapped around how much you work. And also it's wrapped around what you produce in the time you work and the quality of your production. Then you feel like you absolutely need to make it look a certain way or to make it look presentable. And that's where when all of our insecurities kick in and we want to pursue perfectionism. And perfectionism does not really take us anywhere closer to our goals. It just keeps us away because we constantly feel like we need to do more. We need to show to people that we can do more. And this permission to find ways to work less, I'm just going to create this sand glass, and I want to make it a happy one. And I just want to find the time or find ways to work less. So I work less and I feel more. I feel more. I feel better about myself and I feel better about what I offer. And I don't feel like, oh, now I need to make sure that I make my clients money worthwhile by adding all these materials that in the long run are not going to even be touched, because if it's too much, then your clients are not even motivated to look at them. I like to I colored it blue, as I can imagine it's like water in there. And I feel like that's how I feel when I am calm and when I'm not anxious. It's like the ocean inside me. And on a beautiful sunny day, and I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I know that I can create and I can make value in less time. And if I can, there's nothing wrong with it, because if I create more value in less time, I'm able to reach more people and I'm able to impact people and inspire them to take ownership of their results and not wait for me to create some kind of magic solution for them so they can just take it and somehow get better or improve their language skills or whatever it is. I'm going to use light blue in the background. Blue in general is one of my favorite colors. And to me, it just symbolizes steadiness and certainty and calm, which is the vibe that I want to present to the clients and to the people that are watching me across social media. I want people to feel like they can get hold and they can control their anxiety, and they have a choice to do that. And when you do that, when you choose to do that and you actually do that, it's so empowering. Okay. So making the time for content creation is not wasted time. That's another mindset shift that needs to happen. It's first and foremost the time for you to get clarity and understanding of what it is that you're making and how your work is going to benefit others. It's an opportunity for you to improve this content, because the first time you're going to create anything, it's not going to be pretty or even anything that you will several years down the road turn into a product, but it will be a stepping stone to something that will become a product. And it's kind of a bummer in a way. And I remember always feeling like, oh, I'm putting all this time, and then in the end, it's not even going to be worth it. It's not going to be quote unquote monetized anywhere. But now, as the time has gone by, I realize that it's really empowering to know that you can do just we can or you can it's empowering to know that you can do the things in your own way and not put as much pressure on the outcome. And then the result will be is that these little pieces of content that maybe one day you will delete from everywhere, but they will become the stepping stones to something way, way more powerful to others. I'm trying to see if I should just put it at the bottom. Measuring. Okay, that's the first one. Permission to make time for what is important to me. And here's the second one, which I really love. And in the Smart Teachers Library that is now open, we focus on this very concept of working less. Most of the time when teachers just start out their business and they create programs and online courses, and they usually take these generic courses on how to create online courses where people may or may not be familiar with instructional design. And so they end up over delivering way, way, way more than they need to. And as a result, their clients feel overwhelmed and they don't come back. And it's very difficult. It takes a lot of courage to tell ourselves that it has nothing to do with us. We're learning. And maybe, just maybe, this is an opportunity for us to learn to work less, and that working less is okay. So these are your 2 permission slips with a reminder for you to make the time to create content, to remind you that you can make the time to create content. You have that power to do that. You can turn this content creation machine into something doable by choosing to work less, choosing to make it easy for yourself. And you also make the time by saying no to things that are not contributing to your dreams. And of course, that requires honesty, and that requires a certain amount of vulnerability and courage to tell yourself, okay, I think scrolling social media for several hours a day is not really a good way for me to use my time, and it's not contributing to my dream. So I'm willing to give up 1 hour of scrolling to create content that will impact the people that I want to touch through my business. And I want to um, share my message of change with them. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you would like to join our community for smart online language teachers and coaches, the link is in the description of this video, along with other links where you can sign up for my newsletter and learn more about the work of digging deeper into your mindset and changing the way we think, the way we feel, and the things we do to get closer to our dreams. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.